Eala highlights PH sports achievements in 2025. Manila. The year 2025 saw some athletes finally unleash their true potentials and towed the Philippines with them to the success path. Alexandra Eala, tennis. Eala finally bagged a Women's Tennis Association (WTA) Guadalajara Open in Mexico, and had two deep runs in higher-level WTA tournaments, semifinals at Miami Open and runner-up finish at Eastbourne 250. She also won her U.S. Open opening match in New York, the first Filipino player to win a Grand Slam match, and gave the Philippines its first Southeast Asian Games women's singles gold since Maricris Fernandez in Brunei 1999. At year's end, Eala is ranked 53rd in the world after reaching a career-best 50th in November. There's still a lot for me to achieve. There are a lot of big tournaments lined up, she said in a previous interview. This year, Eala will participate next week in the ASB Classic in Auckland, a WTA 250 event that serves as a warm-up for the Australian Open in Melbourne. Basketball. The year 2025 also saw the most dominant single-season run by any Philippine professional basketball team. The Abra Weavers took the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League (MPBL) by storm when they went 38-1 throughout the year en route to their first national title. They also finished the year with a 36-game winning streak, which stands as the longest run in all of professional basketball, even eclipsing the 33-game run by the Los Angeles Lakers during the 1971-1972 National Basketball Association season. Abra reset the MPBL and the Philippine record right on the final day of the regular season by beating Mindoro for its 26th straight win, breaking the 25-game win streak set by Nueva Ecija in 2022. In the Philippine Basketball Association (PBA), defunct Crispa holds the longest winning streak at 19, set during the 1983 All-Filipino and Reinforced Conferences. The Weavers continued their domination until the playoffs, completing the first 10-0 postseason sweep since the MPBL extended the division finals to a best-of-5 series and second consecutive overall, counting the 9-0 playoff blast by the Pampanga Giant Lanterns last year. I'm very thankful na very supportive ng management SA coaching staff, SA MGA players at SA MGA Utility, that the management is very supportive to the coaching staff, players and the utility staff. It's a collective effort, Coach Yong Garcia told the Philippine news agency in a December 16 interview right after Abra swept Quezon in the national finals. Some of the Weavers' key players, though, are set to join the PBA next year, which means the hunt is on for reinforcements that would help them achieve back-to-back MPBL chips. Ipapubaya Ko Muna SA Management Kung Pano Uli Magform ing Team Dahil Sila Talaga, Young Sumusuport SA Aten Kung Ano Ong MGA Kailangan Namin SA Team. I'll leave it to the management to decide how to form a team again because they are the ones who really support us with what we need from the team, Garcia said. Team Liquid Esports. When Kiel Soriano accidentally showed up in Carl Nepomuceno's livestream, which basically implied that he had already signed with Team Liquid Philippines, MPL, Mobile Legends, Bang Bang Professional League, Philippines fans became interested in what this team, which also brought in Rodel Cruz as new head coach, can do this year. Liquid PH quickly showed itself up in MPL PH Season 15 when it maintained the top seed in the playoffs after the regular season en route to its third national title. The club then made a statement in the MLBB Mobile Legends, Bang Bang, Mid-Season Cup, MSC, in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, ruling the said tournament, which is part of the Esports World Cup, for a $1 million, around PHP 58 million, paycheck. With the MSC already part of the MLBB Pro Circuit for years, fans across the globe began thinking about the possibility of Liquid PH finally completing the Golden Road. That is, sweeping all the major tournaments a certain team can play in both the domestic and international levels for a single year. However, MPL Philippines saw its most competitive regular season yet during Season 16 and Liquid PH ended up in third place, which means it had to play a knockout match against longtime rival Team Falcons Philippines in the first round of the playoffs. What happened afterward, though, was a testament to Liquid PH's championship poise, becoming the first 3 seed to rule a single MPL Philippines season, finishing it in style. After eliminating Falcons PH, Liquid PH beat second-seeded Onyx Philippines to earn a showdown with top-seeded Aurora Philippines in the upper bracket finals. Although the inspiring run first hit the brakes with the loss to Aurora PH, Liquid PH restarted the rally on a high note, ending the Cinderella run by TNC, made up of former Liquid PH players Justine Palma and Benedict Gonzalez, in the lower bracket finals before snapping Aurora PH's MPL PH record 15-match winning streak with a 4-0 sweep in the grand finals. While the M7 World Championship, the supposed end to the 2025 MLBB calendar, was pushed to January to give way to the Thailand Southeast Asian Games, SAG, Liquid PH, playing under the Sybil banner, dominated the SIG MLBB national women's football team. Questions surrounded the future of the Philippine women's national football team, also known as the Filipinas, when its chief backer, Jeff Cheng, backed out last year. While nearly all of the members remained despite Cheng's departure, concerns were raised, like fewer training camps. However, the SAG women's football gold was proof that the Filipinas are fine with or without Cheng. 3 years after ruling the ASEAN MSIG Serenity Cup, the Filipinas finally won one of the gold medals that had eluded the Philippines since the SAG started. The Filipinas beat perennial powerhouses, Thailand and Vietnam, during the knockout stages. Sent to a win-or-go-home situation by Myanmar in an early shocker, the Filipinas stunned Vietnam first in the group stages with a stoppage-time dagger from Mary Ramirez. Needing to win by a blowout to steal a playoff spot from their tormentors, the Filipinas, just up 1-0 at halftime, punished Malaysia in the second half with 5 goals, which were more than enough to snatch the Final Four spot. Then came the endgame brilliance against the 2 usual SEA Games champs. Conceding a goal earlier in the match against Thailand, the Filipinas forced extra time with a late penalty from Jael Marie Guy. At the ensuing shootout, the Filipinas went 4-for-4 on penalties, while Olivia McDaniel proved her reflexes are world-class by saving back-to-back attempts from the Thais to force another showdown with the Vietnamese for all the marbles. With no stoppage-time drama unfolding in their second meeting, all went down to who blinked last in the penalty shootout as all the starting shooters scored their spot kicks. The deciding moment came in round 6 when, after Jacqueline Sawicki converted for the Filipinas, McDaniel correctly predicted where Tran T. Thursday tried to go and easily saved her penalty, sealing the championship. People were doubting us, saying we don't belong here. But we belong in this conversation, we belong at the top, and we're just continuing to prove ourselves again and again, and we want to be regulars at the top, McDaniel said.